The world has changed. In today's video, I'm going to explain exactly what that means, because I know that that's a bold claim. I'm going to explain exactly why making $100,000 a year is, quite frankly, the bare minimum nowadays. And if you're not doing that already, well, you should definitely watch this video. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And if you're new here, welcome. My name is Spencer Van. And I know I probably pissed some of you off with my intro. And to that I say good. I'm just kidding, okay? But I do say this is an important message. You know, the truth is, guys, making a lot of money is not what it used to be. You know, it used to be if you made six figures, you're a very successful person. The reality is the cost of everything is going up. I mean, we can bring up the most obvious example, the cost of lumber, which has gone up 6x in a year, right? Well, unless your income's gone up 6x in a year, good luck, right? Same thing with the cost of everything. You know, it's funny, these people talk about there's all this pent-up demand because everybody was indoors, right? So that's why lumber went up so much, because now that people can get outside and can build things again, you know, there's not as much supply and obviously there's a lot more demand, right? Because it's back to normal. Well, as much as that's true, that doesn't explain why the cost of food has gone up. The demand was always the same for food. It hasn't gone up or gone down. I mean, at the end of the day, people had to eat whether they were locked in their house or not. So why has the cost of food almost 2x'd in the last 6 months? Well, it's because of inflation. But I'm not here to talk about inflation today. I'm here to talk about what you can do about inflation. And the best thing you can do about inflation right now is to make more money. And that's why I'm telling you, making $100,000 a year is not what you need to be focused on. You know, I always like to walk people through this exercise. If I asked you, I said, listen, you have to make $1 million in the next 12 months or I will, you know, murder your family or something, like some horrible thing's gonna happen to you, right? You would go and you would try to find a way to earn $1 million, right? And hopefully be successful and everything would be cool. Well, here's the flip side of that conversation, right? If I told you to go and earn $10 million in the next 12 months or something bad's gonna happen to somebody, right? Well, you're gonna have to think about that much differently, because when you're looking at making $1 million or $100,000, most people, they go to, okay, how can I sell my time at a high enough level, right? So that I can make my 100,000 or $1 million by the end of the year, right? You can't do that with 10 million because you're not gonna get paid nearly enough. You'd have to get paid like $3,000 an hour to even come close and work 10 hours a day. That's not gonna happen, right? So because of that, you have to now think differently about money. You have to think differently about business and about wealth than you would if you're only gonna make $1 million, right? And I say only $1 million because, again, on the scale of things, $1 million is not that much. You know, if you made $100 million, I want you guys to think about this. If you made $100 million this year, you wouldn't even be on the radar. The news wouldn't talk about you. I mean, unless you were like really public about it, but that would be your choice, right? But nobody would even really know who you are. Like, you'd be like some guy. You'd be like, oh, that guy's worth some money. You know, a lot of times people don't understand, you know, how big the economic system is, how much money there is out there. Cameron and I, my amazing executive producer, we were walking around down here in Laguna Beach a few weeks ago, and we're looking at the houses, like each house is worth like $30 million. And there's hundreds of these houses. You know, it's billions of dollars in real estate in one town, in one country, in the entire world. And think about that, right? There's so much money floating around that, you know, even Jeff Bezos, who is the richest person on the planet right now, you know, his net worth is going up hundreds of millions of dollars a day, right? A day. So I really challenge you, if you're watching this, to change your outlook on money, because the truth is there's a lot more money in this world than you think clear. Let me give you an example of this. I have a friend of mine, I'm not gonna say their names, but you know, they're successful, they're brothers, okay? They're very successful, young guys in their mid-20s, and making several $100,000 a month. Crushing it, doing great. Things started to not go as well for them. They really looked at their business, changed and tweaked some things, and went from making several $100,000 a month to going from that, overnight, going from that to $5 million a month, right? And I share this story with you because, honestly, it's been one of the coolest things I've seen up close, because, you know, they're good friends of mine. And, you know, I used to think several $100,000 a month was a lot of money. I was like, holy crap, they're making multiple hundreds of thousands of dollars a month. That's like millions of dollars a year. That's a lot of money, right? And then they went to the next level, which is multiple millions of dollars a month, right? Tens of millions a year, almost hundreds of millions a year, right? And it's such a different level, and then you realize that's not even that impressive. I mean, it is, but that's not that impressive compared to what some of these companies have done. You know, Apple makes $1,400 in profit every second. And I don't know how long this video has gone on, but they've probably already made pretty damn close to $100,000 in profit, right? If not more. Probably more than that, actually, probably like almost $1 million. So my point in saying this to you is, listen, do you need to become a billionaire? That's up to you to decide whether that's important to you. But at the same time, understand that your goal should not be to make, oh, let me get to 10K a month. You know, your goal should not be, oh, if I just made an extra 5K. That's not enough. That's not enough to do any of the following. Set your family up forever. Dude, 5K a month extra income is not gonna set your family up forever. You need millions to do that. Number two, it's not gonna relieve all your stress about money. If you're making 20K a month in New York City, you're broke, okay? If you're making 20K a month anywhere, not that you're broke, but you know, you're not like living the high life forever, you're not, right? Number three, it's not gonna give you the ability to do whatever you want to for the rest of your life. It's not. It's not. You're still gonna have to work. You're still gonna be, and most people, when they make more money, what do? They find a way to spend it, right? So you have to make exponentially more money in order to find a way to not spend it. Because the true key to wealth is to live on significantly less than you earn. And that's really easy when you make $1 million a month, okay? Really to live on 50 grand a month and save 950. Super easy to do that. Really difficult to live on $950 when you make 10,000 a month. You gotta at least live on 5 or 6, right? And that's if you're really good at budgeting. And most importantly, and this is the important thing to me, making extra 5K a month is not fulfilling your potential. You know, I believe every human being has the potential to be at least a millionaire. At least a millionaire. Now, does that mean everyone is gonna be a millionaire? No, it's not possible. It's not possible for that. But that's because most people don't even try. So we'll just take all those people out. But if you're watching this video, it means you're someone that's interested in making more money. You're somebody that's like, I want to get to the next level. I want to be a millionaire or a decamillionaire, a hectamillionaire. And for a long time, my goal was like, oh, I want to be a hectamillionaire. Now I'm like, dude, why would I stop there? Like, why would I stop there? And I'm not there yet, but why would I stop there? Like, I could get to the next level past that, right? So that's my moral for you. And it's not that money is the answer to all your questions. It's not. It's not that money is the greatest thing ever. It's not. But it's a scoreboard. That's the way that true business people look at it. Money is a scoreboard, okay? What does my company bring in revenue? And that's the amount of impact we're having in the world. So if you're a $1 billion company, you're having billions of dollars worth of impact. If you're a $10 company, you're having $10 worth of impact. And that's the way you gotta look at it yourself. If you're like, oh, I don't care about money at all, I just wanna help people because that's what Surplus Funds is about, that's beautiful. But if you're only closing one deal a month and you're only making 5K, 3K, $100 a month, however big the deal is, $10,000 a month, well, you're not really having that big of an impact. If you're closing 100 deals a month, now you're having a huge impact. So hopefully that makes sense. If you guys enjoyed this video, drop the like down below, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, because as I always say, once a month, we give away a free mini course on how to do Surplus Funds successfully so you can have a big impact. And with that being said, I'll see you on the next video.